Hello everyone, this is your loving host, Dr. Rafshan Hashmi, live from Barnes and Noble. And today, folks, I will be talking about a very important issue which we are facing today. And also, before I start the show, and this show will come in my docu series, with the program is called Dr. Rafshan Hashmi's docu series, and it will be syndicated worldwide to 300 million listeners. So if you give me sponsorship, just imagine your show will be sponsored to 300 million listeners. Having said that, folks, let's start with my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. This is the book which is a tribute to India, and I am originally from India, but now I am living in America and I am an American citizen. So, and also, I have been taking delegations from America to India, and I have done a lot of work on US India relationship. So, this book is a tribute to that, and I hope PM Modi is listening because I was promised, that this book will be showcased in Indian Embassy in Washington D.C. and it will go on a tour to all the embassies, Indian embassy in around the USA. And I'm still waiting for that. And this book came in 2000 when this book came, I was promised that. I don't know what happened, but I'm still waiting for that. And this book was an Amazon bestseller, and also it was Amazon hot number one new release on Amazon. And having said that, folks, I want a documentary to be made of this book. And this book has a model called Jugaad Management Principle. And when I wrote this model, there was a lot of research going on Jugaad, which I have conceptualized as thinking outside the box. And the books which I read on Jugaad or any business book which was coming from Harvard or Stanford or Columbia, the Ivy League universities of America, they were written not in a very conversational manner. So this book has been written in a very conversational manner, and a layman can understand this book. It was a difficult journey of 7 years when I wrote this book. Having said that, folks, this is the model. So, suppose Wockhardt acquired Morton Grove Pharmaceuticals in 2007, a great example of acquisition. Wockhardt, headquartered in India, is a global pharmaceutical and biotechnology company. The company has a market capitalization of over $1 billion and an annual turnover of $650 million. So this is, kind of a study, and it's a very pertinent issue today here because I don't have a job. I have been working in a US Saudi mission called Lady Bird Operation, and I was the first hire of President Donald J. Trump. Until today, I haven't got my salary, I haven't got any reimbursement. And why I just opened Vocard because there is a beautiful story related to Vocard. One of my in my community there is a guy who instantly inherited 300 400 million dollars. So one day I know him, so one day I invited him to my place. He came with his friend who's a medical doctor and who has worked with Rocard. So he said to me that you have invited us both because this guy is very rich, and he can be your sugar daddy, and he can provide you everything provided you give him that. So I over my dead body I cannot provide sexual pleasures to anyone, and it's over my dead body. and I just opened this book, and the story came out. I know the Vocard CEO personally, and I know all these CEOs which are inside this book. So all those CEOs listening, I cannot provide you casting couch, but if you make a documentary, and it is a very very national trend these days in America, that you get a job if you provide your casting couch. So I cannot provide that casting couch. That's why people like us who are just PhD, CASCP, and RAC. I am so qualified, and still my salary is not given. My question is to DJT sir, Akka, President Donald J. Trump, as well as to President Joe Biden. And why my salary is not given when I was hired in presidential security, and I have been doing lot of investigations since then. So why my salary is not given? My husband has Parkinson's and dementia, and he is bedridden. In order to give these kind of shows, I have to come and give a show. I have a beautiful studio at my place, but sometimes I feel so suffocated, seeing my husband lying bedridden on the bed. His whole life has been taken, our whole life has been taken away. And like, my question is to President Joe Biden, Madam Kamala Harris, and also TJT sir, who hired me. I was his first, hire in Lady Bird operation, and through Lady Bird operation, this program is going on, and I have to get a sponsorship. First, I was told by TJT sir and First Lady Melania Trump, they wanted this program, and I put my foot down that I will not give this program to them. Why should I give my program to them, when they can give me sponsorship? Why should I give my program to them? This program was supposed to come under United States Secret Service radio program, or you can say podcast or TV program. But I will not give this program to First Lady Melania Trump, or President Trump, or President Joe Biden. They are more than welcome to come on my show, but I will not give this program, and I invite them to be in conversation with me regarding this issue. Are they angry with me because I did not give this program? The other day, Ivanka and Kushner contacted me, and they wanted this program, so that Ivanka can get this program. Well, Ivanka, you can be presidential, former presidential daughter, but I will not give you this program. Having said that, folks, now the second book is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. And this book came when the COVID was not even started, when the it was like, I am a scientist by profession, and this book came when there was no trace of COVID. And I know that terrorists are coming to this country through those donkey routes, on which Shah Rukh Khan made a movie. And folks, just think, even Shah Rukh Khan, who is so rich, was financed by this Ladybird operation. Until today, 8 years have passed, and I haven't been given my salary or my reimbursement. So I have written to Attorney General of United States of America, Mary Garland, whom I love a lot and I respect a lot. So I would, want President Joe Biden, as well as and Madam Kamala Harris, as well as President Donald J. Trump and First Lady Melania Trump, to please give my reimbursement. And then, folks, since 2000, okay, so this book came, and both my books were confiscated, and I was not getting copyright of The Outbreak of Monstrous Infection, just because in 2008, President Obama and Secretary Clinton, they targeted me, and my whole family is killed, and my younger brother, who was autistic, is also killed. So I suspect that they are those people who have killed them, and I don't know how long I will live, but I have given everything, everything, to my to Attorney General of United States, that even if they kill me, those things will be there and those videos will be there. Having said that, I want a movie to be made of the outbreak of a monstrous infection. Now my question is that is casting couch or sleeping with these high officials is the only way to get a job, because I see that new people are getting hired. They are coming from all over the world and they are getting hired in this administration. And what about me? I'm not blaming this administration, because in the last administration where President Donald J. Trump was there, and I was his first hire and I was not given money. And then, whatever we buy, like there was like there is a consensus that whatever, as Secret Service agents or FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation agents, whatever, or Justice Department officials. Justice Department has just come into the picture now. I will be talking about United States Secret Service and Federal Bureau of Investigation. My question is that whatever we buy, there has to be a certain part to be given to the FBI agent or Secret Service agent who has bought this property, and that's how, it's their perks, because they put their lives for the country. And I have been putting my life for 8 years, and before 2000, in 2008, many bad things happened to me. So and I kept quiet, I never said a word. Having said that, folks, let's pray for America that, my reimbursement will be given by US government, and let's pray for America that long live America and God bless America, because elections are coming, and one person is one person, the DJT sir, will be like standing for Make America Great Again, and Biden sir will be like Save America. So there is no Trump country or Biden country. There is only one United States of America, and that's what I believe in. And God bless America and long live America. Having said that, I just opened this. It is a study Quran, and I just opened this, and Surah Yunus has come. And in 2008, many prophets were targeted, and bad things were said about prophets to me during President Obama and Hillary Clinton administration. And this is kind of related to me. So if you want that story, you can contact me at Afshan at drafshanhashmi.com. And I just opened this, and it is Surah Yunus. And Yunus alayhi salam was one of my favorite prophets. So bad words were said to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his two besties. I am from Abu Bakr Raziallah Anha's dynasty, and see how they are treating me, and they are getting money from Saudi Arabia, billions of dollars, and me being from that dynasty, I am not getting any money out of it. Having said that, folks, I want my reimbursement, and if I get my reimbursement, I will be fine. I have no bad feelings about anyone. Having said that, folks, here is Surah Yunus, and Yunus alayhi salam was very good looking. And yes, here it is, and more will be coming, because in 2008 I was provided with a photograph of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And how I was treated, it is all under the table. If they don't come with my money, I am going to expose them all in the media. Here, generation means previous religious communities such as people of Noah and those of Hud. These communities were destroyed when they did wrong. That is, when they ascribed partners to God or denied the truth. For the clear proof brought by messengers to past nations and the introduction to Surah, wording identical to thus do we compensate guilty people also appears in here. Guilty people refers to disbelievers. For the different Quranic senses of vicegerent, that we might observe how behave though does not indicate any deficiency in knowledge on God's part that would result in his placing vibrants upon the earth in order to see or come to know how. So this is the so let's and the other issue which I have is with PM Modi. PM Modi, I have a question with you, and here it is. Let's hear PM Modi's speech first.
एएमयू के 100 साल पूरे होने पर मेरी आप सभी युवा पार्टनर्स से कुछ और अपेक्षाएं हैं। क्यों न 100 साल के इस मौके पर एएमयू के 100 हॉस्टल्स एक एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर टास्क करें। ये टास्क देश की आजादी के 75 साल पूरे होने से जुड़े हुए। जैसे एएमयू के पास इतना बड़ा इनोवेटिव और रिसर्च ओरिएंटेड दोनों हॉस्टल के छात्र ऐसे स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के सेनानियों को विशद करते उनके जीवन को देश के सामने लाए जिनके बारे में अभी उतनी जानकारी नहीं। कुछ स्टूडेंट्स इन महापुरुषों की जन्मस्थान जाए, उनकी कर्मभूमि जाए, उनके परिवार के लोग अब कहाँ हैं उनसे संपर्क करें। कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ऑनलाइन रिसोर्स को एक्सप्लोर करें। उदाहरण के तौर पर 75 वर्चुअल हॉस्टल एक एक आदिवासी फ्रीडम फाइटर एक रिसर्च डॉक्यूमेंट तैयार करते हैं। इसी तरह 25 हॉस्टल महिला फ्रीडम फाइटर्स पर रिसर्च कर सकते हैं, काम कर सकते हैं। एक और काम है जो देश के लिए एएमयू के छात्र छात्राएं कर सकते हैं। एएमयू के पास देश की इतनी बेशकीमती प्राचीन पांडुलिपियां, ये सब हमारी सांस्कृतिक धरोहर है। मैं चाहूंगा कि आप टेक्नोलॉजी के माध्यम से इन्हें डिजिटल व वर्चुअल अवतार में पूरी दुनिया के सामने मैं एएमयू के विशाल एलुमनाई नेटवर्क को भी आह्वान करता हूं कि नए भारत के निर्माण में अपनी भागीदारी और बढ़ाएं। आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान को सफल बनाने के लिए, वोकल फॉर लोकल को सफल बनाने के लिए बहुत कुछ किया जाना बाकी है। इसे लेकर अगर मुझे एएमयू से सुझाव मिले, एएमयू एलुमनाई के सुझाव मिले, मुझे बहुत खुशी होगी।
Okay, so
carnivore diet. Why do people lose weight so rapidly? Off-label prescriptions for Ozempic. Tell me about
So this, folks, this was PM Modi urges AMU to take up an extracurricular task as it completes 100 years. So this was the speech of PM Modi on 100 years, completion of 100 years of Aligarh Muslim University. And I am an alumni of Aligarh Muslim University, and he committed that there would be research on freedom fighters who belong to Aligarh Muslim University. So I am granddaughter of Professor Abdul Alim, and this is a Wikipedia page which I will read from it. And it says Abdul Alim was a scholar, educationist, journalist, and writer in Urdu. He was the professor of Arabic at Aligarh Muslim University and also served as its vice chancellor from 1968 to 1974. My grandpa died in 1976 and he was already the governor of Maharashtra, and he was very, very, Mrs. Indira Gandhi liked him a lot, and he was mentor to Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi, and he would have been the next president of India. But unfortunately, he went to Pakistan, and when he came back, he had an infection, and I think he was involved in India Pakistan friendship, and I think he was killed by Pakistan. I am still looking for clues, that what happened, and one day when this story comes, how my grandfather was killed, I will come on this network and talk about it. In 1934, when Shri Jayaprakash Narayan laid the foundation of Congress Socialist Party at Pune, Abdul Alim was with him amongst the founders. When the first convention of the progressive writers was being called at Lucknow in 1936, Shri Abdul Alim was amongst the organizers along with Sajjad Zahir and others. In 1938, he was appointed General Secretary of this association. He was managing director of the weekly Hindustan, which was the precursor of the Qawmi Awaz. This publication was started by Acharya Narendra Dev and Sri Rafi Ahmad Tadwai. He was also a member of the editorial board of New Indian Literature along with Mulk Raj Anand and Ahmad Ali. His work, Literature and Marxism, is one of the accomplished treatises of the time and of the progressive literature of this period. The writings of Abdul Alim were causing an awakening. See how important it is. Awakening amongst the youth throughout the length and breadth of the entire country, and his political activism was becoming more and more strident day by day. As a consequence, he was arrested and imprisoned by the British and underwent rigors for prison for a year. Academic career. After independence was won, Abdul Alim was invited to join Aligarh Muslim University as the head of Department of Arabic. No, he was also instrumental in founding the Jamia University, where Dr. Zakir Hussain was the founder. So this information is lacking from there, and maybe I might add that information also on this. So my question is to PM Modi and also to President Joe Biden and Madam Kamala Harris, and also to President Donald J. Trump, that what can't they enforce PM Modi, to make a documentary? Why is he making empty promises? This my grandpa was from Aligarh Muslim University, so why that documentary hasn't started yet? This was given for 100 years when Professor Tariq Mansoor was the vice chancellor, and many bad things happened at AMU during his reign, and I don't know what will happen in this coming the present vice chancellor. So I would request if President Joe Biden and Madam Kamala Harris and also President Donald J. Trump to ask PM Modi these questions, because here Indians are CEOs of many countries. So, are they real Indians, or real American citizens, or they are chamchas of PM Modi? My question to the current president and the former president, because one says make America great again, the other says save America. So, folks, your vote is very important. Just think, do you want to vote these people, or do you want some other candidate to come? Having said that, folks, let's dive into uh, uh, today's more into today's program. Let's start with this. I am part of that Ladybird operation. So this, book attracted me. Birds, Maryland, Delaware, and I would like Miss Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden to answer that when we were working for 8 years, why we are not paid, and new people are coming from India who are not as qualified as I am. And see this book. How many of people in Ladybird Operation have read this book or have come to Barnes and Noble and are studying this book? When I started this operation, when President Donald J. Trump hired me, when I started this operation, I was reading about it because I was not given anything that it's a secret mission it was, that what this mission is about, and I was so lost, and in 2008, since 2008 I have been put in torture cells, so I just wanted to read about this book, and here it is. And whichever book I used to read, that book was immediately bought and put in White House. And White House, I have never been to White House, but I think there is a library of these books. But all these books I have brought with my own money, so I owe an reimbursement from US government. See, red-headed woodpecker. And I was threatened, there was a sparrow shown to me, and they did it like this, that we will kill you like this. Then I went on Netflix and I found a movie called Red Sparrow. Then I correlated it, that maybe, girls are being rescued from brothel cells, and that is the question what Saudi Arabia has for them, the Holy Kingdom has for them. Since I am from that dynasty, I have that question, that why do you bring money from Saudi Arabia when you are running brothels out of that money. So all those mafia people, I challenge you, I come here, you can kill me, you can do anything, but you will not succeed in America. America is a pure country, America is a great country, and long live America, and God bless America. Now this is a beach read. When you go to a beach in India, or in America, nobody cares. But when you go on beaches in India, those peeping Johns, they stare at you. So, Modi ji, what are you doing about the safety of those girls? An unfinished love story, a personal history of the 1960s. Doris Gunn, this book attracted me, and it is winner of this great prize in literature. Hopefully, one day I might get this prize. The last passage seems to be hold a kernel of what would become Dick's self-appointed mission to do whatever work he could do to close the gap between our national ideals and the reality of our daily life. The story of his public life, as I have come to see it, is the story of young man's love affair with America. Abraham Lincoln was one of my favorite presidents. Not the geographic bounds of the country, but the constellation of democratic ideals that lay behind its founding, his belief in the credo set forth by Abraham Lincoln. And see, I have a saying of Abraham Lincoln in this. Without the assistance of the divine being, I cannot succeed. With that assistance, I cannot fail. Ibrahim Lincoln. And in many interviews which I gave about this book, I was asked about that how do you know about Abraham Lincoln that you put this phrase here. Abraham Lincoln was one of my favorite president, and so is President Reagan. This is quite a funny book. How to be old. You have a book, How to Be Old. So I just picked up Advance and Noble this one. Take advantage of lucky accidents. In this book, being a character, the British analyst Christopher Bolas suggests that we all have an idiom for our own life and self that healthy adults continue to develop throughout their lifespan. So, in this book, how to be old. Well, the way things are running in America, people are brought in and people don't have jobs. At 25 years also you can be 60 years old. Many people are dying of leukemia, or I remember that United States Secret Service agent whom President Donald J. Trump gave award. He was so young and my heart was bleeding, that he had leukemia, So my question is, why so many federal agents are getting leukemia or blood cancer or what? Do you wipe? Do you, like? Is the U.S. government not responsible for treating these agents nicely? Because I have talked to many agents and all, and they and the trend is that, like 35 or 40 these agents become so old. So I just thought, I just picked up this book, How to Be Old. And common American citizens, if they don't have job, if just think of me, like at 25 I could look at, I'm not saying I'm 25 years old, but I see 25-year people having white hair and all. So what kind of America are we living? What are our current president and past president who are contesting for election, what are they going to do? My question is that. And why so many people are brought from outside, like people are like us are not paid, who belong to a dynasty, the holy kingdom of Saudi Arabia, which is paying for their money. So Saudi Arabia is not paying for their money, folks. There is a difference between the holy kingdom and Saudi Arabia. Holy Kingdom comprises of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his two besties. And I would say, I love you, Rasulullah, I love you, Abu Bakr Raziallah Anha, and I love you, Umar alayhi salam. And they are the creators of this universe. So if you make them unhappy, America or other parts of the globe will be in lot of trouble. There was droning of President Prophet Muhammad's tomb, in 2008, when President Obama and Miss Hillary Clinton were Secretary of State. So I have that question from them, and how they treated me in 2008. As President Donald J. Trump says that that Obama has made ISIS. So I was a Muslim. How I was treated during that time. He knows it very well. So does Secretary Clinton. So I would break this story to media because I'm sick and tired that my husband is suffering. So many American citizens are suffering. When I go out in the county I live, my heart bleeds that I see that how many people are sick and running from leukemia and all those diseases. So, and I think COVID was also a induced a disease in America. And I would love Dr. Fauci to come in my show and tell about this, because I am also a scientist, and Dr. Fauci was very, very ideal for me. So, Dr. Fauci, can you open your mouth, or are you afraid of something? Having said that, folks, let's dive into another thing. This is Montgomery County where I live. So this is a beautiful book about Montgomery County where I live. This is a beautiful county where I live, and the real estate is so high. The other day I went to see county executive, and I left my information there, and he marked airless, and I haven't heard back from him. And I said that I wanted to talk to him about some of the issues, and criminals are being harbored in this county, and illegal criminals are being harbored in this county. So I would like to interview him that what he is doing, because real estate is so high and taxes are so high here in Montgomery. It is one of the richest counties of America after Hollywood, So we slogged our money. But why criminals are being harbored here? Why it is a sanctuary city? Can please President Joe Biden and former President Sir Donald J. Trump, that can you address that, and can the Miss Kamala Harris, the current VP, who is disciple of President Obama, I have figured this out, address these questions. Having said that, folks, let's dive into another one. Maryland is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So this book attracted me, Maryland Landscapes. See these landscapes. I love Maryland. When I got married, I came to Maryland. I was in Baltimore first, and now I moved to Montgomery County. And it was so difficult because there the real estate was very, very like we could afford it. But I wanted to move to this county, so I have slogged all my life, and my husband has slogged all his life. The home care company is not coming, the physical therapist is not coming, occupational therapist is not coming, and like the speech therapist is not coming, and I have hired nurse aid with my own money, and I don't have a job, and my husband, we are only on social security. So how long this setup can work? Do you want people like us to be bankrupt and we die, and you bring people from outside for vote bank? I have figured this out everything. Now see this in Barnes and Noble. Peacock is the national bird of India. So is this coming from India and you are selling it here? I'm not against India. I belong to India. I was born and raised in India. So why this is selling here? Why can't the national bird of America is selling here? Why this is selling here? Now let's see and this book costs $32. See here, $32. Can a person, afford this? I used to buy huge books, from Barnes and Noble and take it all. But now I just come here and give the show. First, when this Barnes and Noble was made, we were not even allowed to bring books here. I just brought the books here and started reading it, and then the trend started that it is. Now see this one. It's $25.99. Can a person who is on Social Security buy this? So how can we get subsidized copy of this when I am working in for the U.S. government in the secret U.S. Saudi mission? How can I get this? Like other people get allowance and all. So can we get this kind of books in $1 or $2? Because I know CIA and other federal agencies, those people get lot of discount. So if I am working, can I get the discount here? Now the other issue is I had a box like this. There is a new type of theft going on in Montgomery County. They pick up they pick up your valuables from your home by drones. Now no more people want to come to your house and do theft. Many of my jewelry is lost, and I came to note that it is being sold through those networks, and presidents are involved in that kind of scandal. Nothing can happen without president and first ladies, picking up the thing. Don't you remember there was a book on Mrs. Clinton, that one of Clinton's so a secret service agent wrote that they were bankrupt, and she was running out of money, so she took the lamp. So I would like, National Archives and all to look into the matter that are first ladies picking up your jewelry. Are they into that kind of theft? So there was a whole yellow box, and in that my valuable jewelry was. And one jewelry, I my father gave it to my mother, because my father was a very very self-made man. He didn't want my mother to take anything from my maternal grandfather. So he presented a Saudi. We went to Saudi Arabia, and he brought locket, a locket, and that locket is stolen. So I suspect that, first ladies of this country are involved in these kind of thefts. Field guide to the national world of Washington DC. See this. How many girls or boys who have been hired by present administration, especially Miss Kamala Harris, can read this type of books? So you are in a way weakening America, because Miss Harris is the disciple of President Obama, who made America very weak. And it is History Lovers Guide to Washington DC, designed for democracy. The Department of State, War and Rest. So there is so much of history in America, and my parents were here before my birth, and they told me so nice stories of America. So I came for my American dream, and I think my American dream is all ruined because of all these problems. I feel so sad. I feel so much of misery around me. So I would say, God bless America, and God long live America. And I hope, there is a change in the way things are. And this is, I can only buy this. I like this, whatever it is the sticker or what, because Barnes and Noble has very innovative things. So I like this. I don't know how much it is, but I will buy this today. Having said that, folks, these are my two books. Please go and buy these two books, because these two books bring food to the table. And all those Hollywood, Bollywood, or whoever sees it, this program will be syndicated to 300 million listeners. So whoever buys this book will bring food to the table. And over my dead body, whether you like it or not, I will not give it to casting couch, which President Obama and Hillary Clinton wanted me to do. So over my dead body. So, and I hope they listen to this program, and this program will be sent to the Attorney General of United States of America, and of the report which I will generate, that how I have been mistreated. Having said that, folks, cheers and bye bye.